Hello everyone, in this video we'll see how you can use the SDK Magic Tool to prepare and export the funding sources from Excel to Primavera. This will be the video number 15 in this group of videos, and we will use the SQLite database in this video. You can also use Oracle database or SQL Server when you select any of them. From the main menu dictionary, select the funding sources to display or import the current funding sources in this database. As you see, we have no funding sources in this database. When we go to Primavera to check these results from Enterprise, open the funding sources. As you see, there are no funding sources in this database. We will prepare some of them and export them again to Primavera. I can prepare the funding sources as diagram in this location from scratch, or I can import the funding source from another database if it will be similar with my current database. For example, in order to save time, let us import the funding source from another database. Okay, as you see, this is the funding source in this database. All we need is to remove these numbers because these numbers are in this database, and these numbers will be set by the SDK Magic Tool in our new database. All we need is to prepare this diagram, and we learned how we can prepare any diagram in previous videos. I can remove all of these data because all of this will be prepared by the SDK Magic Tool. All I need is the diagram. Let us export this diagram to our database. Let us change it to our database. This is our database, okay. And from the export menu, select funding source and export these funding source to Primavera. Okay, I have now these funding sources in my new database, and these numbers have been set in this database by the SDK Magic Tool. When we import them again, I have the same funding sources in my new database. When I go to Primavera and then refresh data, open the funding sources, I have the same results in Primavera. These are the same results, and these are the funding sources that we have exported from Excel. As you see, we can modify these funding sources. We can add new funding sources. For example, let us add this funding source, for example, in order to see how you can use the SDK Magic Tool and then export the new updates. Okay, as you see, we have now the new updates have been done. Let us go to Primavera, refresh data, and open the funding sources. As you see, we have now number 5. This only to see how it's flexible and accurate when you use the SDK Magic Tool to export data from Excel to Primavera. I can remove any of these. When I change this into Y, this funding sources with all of its roots will be deleted. Let us use this option, okay, and import the new updates. As you see, we have only this funding source. When we go to Primavera and refresh data, open the funding sources, as you see, we have only one funding source, and the other funding source has been deleted. This was how you can use the SDK Magic Tool to export and modify the funding sources from Excel to Primavera. Thank you and goodbye.